Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So, today's tip is to actually look at your credit card bill. What recurring charges do you have on your credit card bill? Maybe it's a subscription that you don't use, maybe it's a mine was a storage unit was one thing I got rid of, but maybe you have multiple credit cards. One thing that I did was that I didn't use my one credit card at all for like a month and just waited to see any recurring charges that I had on there to make sure there wasn't anything. And plus it's a good practice because frequently you'll find like a recurring charge. I had um a couple of years ago, I had a recurring charge, and they had to go back and they found it had gotten buried in a bunch of different charges because it was the credit card I primarily used, and I hadn't looked closely enough. And and I mean, I charged everything to get the points, and I mean, I paid it off monthly, so it wasn't like I was paying interest or anything, but gas and food and groceries and everything, and then but somehow somebody had gotten a hold of my credit card number or something, and I had like some really random recurring subscription. And I was like, how? I was like, I never even heard of them. So the credit card had to go back, and there was like 13 charges that they had to take off, and they had to send me a new credit card. It was a mess. Another thing I had, I used to have a car wash thing where I could go. It was like $10, $15 a month, and I could do unlimited car washes. And so it was worth it because I was getting a car wash once or twice a week minimum. And I looked, and somehow it had ended up triggered on both because I had changed the card one month, and I was like, you know what, I want to switch it to this card instead. And so I switched to another card, and somehow it ended up that I was getting charged on both. So I had to go into the car wash place, and they had to go through all of them, and they had to go through each month by month because some months I got charged on both credit cards, and some months I only got charged on one. And so they had to fix that. And they did. They were really nice about it and everything. But you don't know what could be lurking on your credit card. And a lot of us we're so used to, we get our gas, we get our groceries, get whatever. And then we just like pay it off at the end of the month. And we don't always look through all the purchases because sometimes there's like 50 or 100 purchases there because like I said, your gas, your groceries, your, you know, whatever. And so I have definitely had some headaches doing it, but now I make sure to go through the one I go through every couple of days. I just check it, and that's the one I use the most often, and the other one I just go through once a month. But you could have hidden charges on your credit card. It's also a good way. Remember how I said to cancel those subscriptions, to check and see if you had subscriptions you forgot about. So every month when you pay your credit card bill, don't just like pay it straight out. I mean, I'm not saying don't pay it, but look through all those charges and make sure there's nothing hidden. Make sure that, nobody has accidentally accessed it, because you wouldn't believe how easy it is to have a $5 or $10 charge blend in when your all of your other stuff is on it. So that is today's tip. Make sure you're actually looking at your credit card statements, because you might be being charged for something you didn't order. You might have a subscription on there that you no longer use. Any number of things. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa. This year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.